Welcome back to Story Plus. Today's story is heartbreaking, a story about love, trust, betrayal, and the pain of discovering a truth that changes everything forever. This is the story of Emma and the husband she thought she knew. Emma had been married to Daniel for 8 years. 8 long years of love, laughter, and dreams. To the world, they looked perfect. The kind of couple everyone admired, a beautiful home, steady jobs, warm smiles, and what looked like a peaceful life. Emma believed she was lucky. Daniel was caring, gentle, and always knew how to make her smile. Whenever life felt heavy, Daniel would hold her hand and say, "No matter what happens, I'll always be here." And Emma believed him. But sometimes love blinds us from the truth. There was one strange thing Daniel always did. Every month, for 2 or 3 days, he would leave suddenly. "Business trip," he would always say. Emma never questioned it, because trust was the foundation of their marriage, or so she thought. One cold evening, Daniel was in the shower. His phone kept buzzing again and again. Emma ignored it at first, but then one message appeared on the screen. "Daddy, are you coming to my school tomorrow?" Emma's heart stopped. Her body froze. Her hands trembled. "Daddy?" She stared at the screen, unable to breathe. They didn't have children. When Daniel walked out of the bathroom, Emma forced a smile, but inside, her world had already begun to crack. That night she couldn't sleep. Her mind was filled with fear, confusion, and questions. The next morning, while Daniel slept peacefully beside her, Emma unlocked his phone, and what she found shattered her soul. Dozens of messages, photos of two smiling children, a woman named Sarah, messages saying, "We miss you. The kids keep asking about you. When are you coming home? Home." Emma's eyes filled with tears. She felt like a stranger in her own marriage for 8 years. Daniel had been living another life, but Emma needed proof. She needed to see it with her own eyes. A few days later, Daniel packed his bag again. "Business trip," he said, kissing her forehead. Emma smiled, but this time she followed him. Her heart pounded with every mile. Her chest felt tight. Her hands gripped the steering wheel so hard they hurt. Then Daniel stopped in front of a small house. Emma watched from a distance, and then it happened. The front door opened. Two little children ran outside. "Daddy!" they shouted happily. Daniel bent down and hugged them tightly. Emma felt tears running down her face, and then a woman stepped outside. She smiled and kissed him. In that moment, Emma's world broke into pieces. The man she loved, the man she trusted, the man she built her life with, had been lying to her all along. That night, Emma sat alone in the dark living room. No lights, no sound, only pain. When Daniel came home, he smiled. "How was your trip?" Emma asked quietly. Daniel nodded. "Long, exhausting." Emma turned on the light and threw the photos onto the table. Daniel's face turned white. Silence filled the room. Emma's voice cracked as she asked, "Who are they?" Daniel lowered his head. For the first time, he had no lies left. With tears in his eyes, he confessed, "Before Emma, there was Sarah. She became pregnant, but he left. Later, he met Emma, fell in love, and married her, but he never truly left Sarah or the children. He had been living between two worlds, two families, two lives." Emma felt her heart tearing apart, not because he had children, but because every memory and every promise, every "I love you" now felt like a lie. Daniel cried and begged, "Please forgive me. I was scared to lose you." Emma looked at him with tears streaming down her face and said softly, "You lost me the moment you chose lies over truth." A week later, Emma filed for divorce. It wasn't easy. She cried for months. She questioned everything. She wondered if any of it had ever been real, but deep inside, she knew she deserved honesty. She deserved peace. Months later, Emma moved to another city and started over. One day, a letter arrived from Daniel. It said, "I lost the best thing in my life because I was too afraid to tell the truth." Emma held the letter tightly, tears in her eyes. But this time, they were not tears of pain. They were tears of strength because she had survived the betrayal and she had found herself again. Life lesson. Truth may hurt for a moment, but lies can destroy a lifetime. Trust is fragile. Once broken, it may never be the same again. Subscribe to Story Plus for more emotional stories and English learning content.